I got started in merchant services at a very small retail ISO that specialized only in healthcare. That's all they did. I started out on the phones, making phone calls to doctors' offices, trying to convince them to use our processing instead of what they were using. And I recommend that everybody tries it because it helps you handle rejection. Because there's nothing more difficult than selling someone something they already have, right? They take payments right now. Why the heck do they want to take payments with you? And it becomes a real struggle to try and find and add value any way that you can. But I started there. I grew very quickly in that organization. And one of my very early accounts was Planned Parenthood. There were 112 locations because the way Planned Parenthood works is that they function by region, which is a couple states at a time. So it was 3 different states and all of the clinics that were within those states that came out to over 100 locations that I needed to capture on paper. I think at the time we just sent an email requesting that they fill out basic information. So I needed the EINs for each state because each state had its own EIN. I needed the bank account for every single location. I needed to know what locations went to what EIN. I needed to know what DVAs they needed to print on the receipt. I then I had an admin, thank God, who would manually type that all into an app. But then I would take the apps, I would print them out, I would organize them into one main application, and then every single ADLO form that went underneath, highlight all of their signatures, scan them back in, send an email and say, this is for this state, fill this out. Once I got that back, I'd print it out, I'd check it, I'd make sure all the signatures are there. I would fix any mistakes that I caught. I'd send it back to fix any pendings, and then we do the next date. Same thing. Scan it in, highlighted signatures. All right, let's start this again. It took me, I would say, probably excluding the negotiation, excluding the conversations about pricing and getting them on board, just the paperwork took me about a week and a half.